This story is called Who's the Hero? Have you ever been on a long walk? Maybe such a long walk that you got tired and wanted to stop? You needed a rest. Well, imagine if you had to do that almost every day. That was what the Hebrews were doing. They'd escaped from Egypt and were on their way to the Promised Land. They walked in a big group and sometimes got a bit spread out. Day after day was the same, but this time God had planned something different. There was a fierce tribe of people called the Amalekites. They saw the Hebrews walking across their land, and even though no one stole anything or left any litter, they got very angry and decided to attack. As you can imagine, everyone ran, dropping their belongings. The Amalekites were happy because they could steal the stuff left behind. So, who was the hero on that day? Was it the children running away? Well, yes, they were scared, and as you know, all of the Hebrews ran from Pharaoh. The children were doing what their parents and God taught them. After all, God had protected them from the plagues and then the Egyptians. He'd used the pillar of fire and the Red Sea, and all they'd had to do was run away. But this time, God had planned something different. The children told Moses, then Moses listened to God and asked Joshua to fight the Amalekites. This time they had to defend themselves. So Joshua collected a group of people together, found some swords and shields, and the next time the Amalekites came, they were ready. The battle started well, with the Hebrews pushing back the Amalekites. So who was the hero, helping them win? Was it the young men, tall, strong and thin? Well, yes, but their effort wasn't enough. They started to tire. The fighting got tough. You see, normally a battle is won by the side with the strongest people, the best weapons and the best tactics. And it looked like the Amalekites might have all three. Even so, this time God had planned something different. Moses had gone up a hill to watch the battle, and when he saw his people starting to lose, he raised his arms high, holding his staff. Can you try that? Lift your arms and see how long you can keep them up. Anyway, when Moses held up the staff, the Hebrews started to win again. So, who was the hero keeping them strong? Moses and staff standing so long? Well, yes, but his arms started to drop. The battle went badly. The winning had stopped. Moses had done things on his own before. He held his staff over the Red Sea and it had parted in front of them. He had hit a rock with the staff when the people were thirsty and water came out so they could drink. All he needed to do was hold up the staff, but he couldn't keep it high enough. This time, God had planned something different. Moses' brother Aaron and a friend called Hur had come up the hill with him. They saw what was happening and wanted to help. What do you think they did? Well, they made Moses sit down and stood next to him and helped him hold it up. That made it easy for all three of them, so the staff stayed up high and the Hebrews fought really well. They completely won the battle. So, who was the hero helping him hold? Aaron and Hur standing so bold? Well, yes, and this time, as last in the link, God did the work. It just makes you think that a battle is won not by 1, 2 or 3, but all of us doing what God lets us see. So, in the battles and hard things that come our way, be one of the heroes. Do your part and remember, this time God might have planned something different.